Hi, Hannah. I don't really know what I'm painting quite yet. I just knew I wanted to include this color. It's from Red Bud Pigment. Something Fall. Hi, Cadence. It's this beautiful, moody color, a grayish blue. It is a pretty color. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do a little floral cluster and some greenery. It's been really nice. I did a little work for class, a little lesson planning, a little of that. But that means that my afternoon was free. I'm working on a project. We'll see how it goes. This is actually not the first time that I painted today. It's part of the project that I'm working on. And yes, I started school. We had 2 days with students last week, and next week will be our first full week. All right, I've got 2 blooms right now. I think I'm going to do a few buds, maybe including both colors. I've got a thunderstorm happening right now, so you might be able to hear that rumbling. Right now I'm using paint from 2 different makers. This blue color, it's the blue and gold. It's from Red Bud Pigment, and then the cream is from Mrs. Hand Painted. Oh, you're about to go to Barnes & Noble, one of my favorite places. I think most teachers' favorite places. Do you have to get some work done for school or just for fun? Nature hippie, you got your paint from Poems About You. I remember. Yes. I hope you love them. You normally just go for fun and buy CDs or books. Yeah, that's what I end up doing as well. Well, actually, I just take note of what books I want and then see if they're available at my library, see how long the wait is, see if it's worth it. And then if it's unavailable, I cave and say, okay, I guess I'm going to have to get this one. You like how the paint is drying. Very pretty texture. This is Bao Hung. This is one of my, I'd say 2 or 3 favorites that I have in rotation. This is a slightly bigger pad than the Bao Hung that I usually paint on. I'm going to start adding a few leaves. I do try and find that bleed where I've got wet paint. One of my favorite things about watercolor. Just the mix of colors, the unexpected meeting. I did them this morning. You've got a good eye. I actually decided today was the day I'd make a nail art account. So I'm over on Instagram, Palacios Paints Nails. My student on Friday commented on my nails from last week. And I said that I'd be doing them again, something new. And she said, try and do something with pink. So these are for her. All right, now a little bit darker green. Thank you. Kind of deciding where I want my overlaps to be as I go. And pulling in an even darker green to layer now. What book am I reading right now? Let's see. I'm about to start The Sundown Motel. Well, I'm choosing my book to read right now. I think that's where I'm going to go. I get to start it basically tonight, so I think that's where I'm going to go. You're reading Twilight. Are you rereading the first book? No, you're just now reading it. Oh, well, enjoy that. That's one that I haven't read in a long time. I really like the green frame around these. And I do want to go in, I think, for the buds and add a few lines on some of those petals. But I really like how this is turning out. Kyle, hi. You want to read the Guys Knock Off About Mummies? What is that about? So instead of vampires, it's mummies? Oh, they figured out the formula. Nice. Girl falls in love, doesn't realize it's a vampire. Mm-hmm. Really think the sparkle should give it away. Maybe these are vampire florals. Look at that sparkle. Oh, so they said eventually they're going to run out of ideas and do mummies. That sounds really funny. Yeah, the sparkle is really pretty. I almost don't want to add anything to the top of those two because that sparkle in the light is so dreamy. Mummy jokes in there. Good. That sounds like a fun read. I actually think I'm going to stop here with this one. I really like it. I'll show you what I painted earlier today. This is the version 1 of a painting that I'm making for someone that they requested florals in a bucket with the scroll in there. So I have to do a little bit of work on this, but I painted this earlier today. Really had a good time painting with that. There's still a couple paintings I have to work on. Oh, and this is funny. So Xena, when I wasn't looking, decided to come over in my paint area, and she got my really tiny watercolor. I just had this, I guess, closer to the edge of my table. So this was something I quickly doodled maybe 2 years ago. So Xena got to it. I got to be a little bit more careful about what I leave out. And a few paintings that are recent, and then I'll go through some paintings that are old. So I'm going to still go through my Aloha Watercolor Challenge flowers. That's one of them. This was just a for fun one, very recent one. Yesterday, added some ink to my florals live. So if you are ever interested in seeing how I go about inking my florals, it's now in that YouTube replay. I don't think I've ever done that before, inking live. This one also has some metallics in it, which is very pretty. Really love this rose that was requested. Those mushrooms, zinnias, and then I have some older paintings here. Let me go grab them. Got a rose and rosebud lined in gold. That was from February last year. a lily, transparent lily. Again, lots of metallics in there. That was mostly the Winter Wonderland collection from KMS. This is actually watercolor ink and some white watercolor, and then lined in. I almost wanted to say that's ink. I think that is just brown watercolor. Yeah, I like that one. Actually matches my nails. the brown and pink. Some old watercolor ink painting. Another watercolor ink. I think once I'm maybe a week or two into work, I might do some more quick watercolor ink paintings, just because this only takes about 5 or 6 minutes to make something like this. Another watercolor ink painting. This one's not that old. I think I grouped it by size. So some of them are old, some of them are not old. I think that's another old one. Really like this one. This was the first painting that I made with the Art of Soil watercolor paint. So all those colors came from soil. Little inky leaves in there. Thank you, Kyle. Another request that was just a color request to do something there. Another watercolor ink. Finally, something I painted live on Instagram. And then added ink later. I'll run those with you guys. Yeah, just a few other old paintings. I'll do that once in a while now. It's just nice to revisit and then get inspired. So this is a lovely combination for fall. I might do something similar to this one again, different colors or slightly different arrangement. But I really like this one. All right, I think that is it for today. I'm gonna go start that book and think about how to switch up the painting I worked on this morning. Hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and see you soon. Bye, Cadence. Bye, Kyle. See ya. Sure thing, I will.